Okay, all right. So we're doing an Ielts prompt today, but Bo just got vaccinated yesterday with AstraZeneca. It's okay, all right? And
Okay.
we have an old recording to compare to from March, right? March, long time ago. Okay, all right. That was about 6 months ago. Okay, part one here, introduction and interview. When do people give gifts or presents in your country?
Maybe in celebrating event or birthday party. Yeah.
Do you ever take a gift when you visit someone in their home? Why or why not?
Sometimes we can give a present to elder or something else because when we visit to pay respect, we have a gift. We have to prepare a gift to respect them. Yeah.
When did you last receive a gift?
I think is last year when my birthday. I received a gift, but now did not have special events, so I cannot receive a gift.
Dun, dun, dun. Do you enjoy looking for gifts for people? Why or why not?
Actually, I really enjoy to give a present to other people because when we consider something special for them, we have to look into it. Is appropriated or what they will feel when they receive a gift.
Describe a teacher who has influenced you in your education. You can talk about who the teacher was, what subject he or she taught, what was so special about him or her, and explain why this person influenced you so much in your education. Right? I'll give you about 2 minutes or so to think about it, brainstorm, right? And remember some of the pointers from this. One is going to be focus on your strengths, right? Your English has improved, it's better, right? Number two is that think about the person, right? You don't have to think about like the perfect teacher or the best influence. You just think about one teacher who has influenced you, right? Because it says a teacher, which means any teacher. You don't have to choose the one that's like the most influence, right? Could be a small detail, right? Memory. Try to bring back some ideas that are connected to the senses, right? What you see, what you taste, what you hear, what you feel, what you touch, right? And then you can explain a little bit of the person and how they influenced you, but go with the flow, okay? Right. So I'll give you about 60 seconds to think about how to begin maybe and like how you're gonna finish, right? And brainstorm, and I'll give you 90 seconds. All right, so we have here. Okay, it's starting already. Wow. Okay. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then this time I'm not gonna make you nervous, so I'm gonna turn off my video. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, you can turn off your video too if you want. Right? Up to you. Up to you now. All right. Okay. So we have here describe a teacher who has influenced you in your education. You may begin. I'm gonna go downstairs and grab a coffee filter, okay? All right, so freestyle, okay? I want you to talk for the whole time, more than 2 minutes, all right?
More than 2 minutes. Oh,
This to be like monologue style, where you're like going on and you're talking to like somebody and you're going for it, okay? Describe a teacher who has influenced you. All right, go.
okay. My teacher is Teacher Tay. He is my high school teacher when I study around 12th grade. He specialized in physics subject. What is so special about him? He's super energetic and so funny. Actually, when I first met with him, he really friendly and super funny. He tried to change our perception about physics from the hard thing to easier thing, and he made it everything so super easy for us. When we think about physics, we making they might be hard, but when I study with him, he proved the theory and make it example so easier to understand. Because I'm so terrible with math, but physics associated with math. He make everything more simple. Physics theory make it simple compared with math when I study with him. But actually when I study math, it's super hard. It depends on who is instructor. His mindset is very influenced me. He make it everything simple, yeah. And let me introduce him about the subject. He tried to make it fun and add some more detail about it in the simple way. And then I studied in university with another physics teacher. I think she is a bit compared with my university teacher. He really have a logic, and when I try to understand, it's still hard because the explanation that gave me is not clear. Yeah, it's reasonable, but it's hard to understand. Okay, I think I can finish it.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, all right. How do you feel about that answer? It was good?
I think a bit.
A bit? Okay, all right, no problem. All good. Moving on here, we have what makes a good student?
Make a good student. Maybe hard effort.
Okay, remember this is the Ielts discussion part, right? Part 3 here. So you can't really give short answers, right? You have to give them a well-developed discussion point, like where, you have a stance and an example or a point or a reasoning, right? And then some of your analysis, right?
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you an example here. This one is, it's
Short.
yeah, no. I said this one for me. I was looking at the question, what makes a good student? I'm a teacher and I have to think about it, So let's see here. What makes a good student? I would say like good student, not like great student, right? So a good student is someone who shows up. That's number one, right? Like they show up, they try to say that like, okay, I'm here now, right? Point number 2 for a good student, in my opinion, would be someone who has an open mind to finding a way to keep information or skills, right? Finding a way to keep information or skills. And I think number 3 here is going to be personal responsibility, but it's not even responsibility though. It's a desire, right? Like I think number 3 is deciding and understanding that responsibility is not a big and hard thing. It's more where if you want something, then there are certain things that you can do to make that timeline shorter. Right. And so that's where I think that's what makes a good student. Okay. All right. So you try, right? You try here. What makes a good student? Or yeah, what makes a good student? Mhm.
Yeah, it depends on our perception about a good student. For me, it can be anything such as good effort or open mind, are willing to study, and they have to make the goal achieve. Maybe it's not a full success, but if they want to try, they have a then good mindset, they can be a good student.
Your friend can be a good student.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
But
good
you,
effort. Yeah.
just what abroad. How about you? How about you, Beth? Are you a good student?
I think I'm not that good.
You think you're not that good? Why?
Yeah,
Why do
yeah,
you think that way?
maybe not too much effort.
Not too much effort. Uh, well, I don't know. I mean, lots of students, some of them can put a lot of energy into their studies. Other people have a busy schedule where they have to work and massage all day, you know, 5 or 6 days a week. And so sometimes it's hard to be a good student, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's the reality, actually. That's the reality. Um, like whenever you're a complicated person like me, right? So, it's where something is not always A, B, right? A, B, right? And so, like if we try to say that you are a good student or not a good student, and then you said, I think I'm not a good student, that would be deciding that you're B, right? But then for me, I add C, right? And C is going to be, man, for like 50 hours a week, you are massaging somebody and like healing their body. you know, and that's not easy. I used to do that when I was like 19 years old and like going to massage therapy school just for about a year, and it was not easy. And I was like 19 years old, right? And so like it takes a lot of energy. Okay, what role should the teacher have in the classroom?
So, the teacher, I think I'll say the technique that teacher teach the student is different from the past because there is uh, student center, yeah, focus on student more than teacher, or in the classroom, teacher have to support and make it discussion about the subject, not more than teach and teach about theory, and it's nothing for a student that can receive the knowledge. I think the role of teacher is
Mm,
support the student.
Teacher supports the student.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, good. And what are some ways that a teacher could support a student studying for the IELTS?
Maybe have a guide the way that the most appropriate for the student.
Have a guide that would be the most appropriate for the student. Like as in a guide for the IELTS test answer for speaking? Yes. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Do you think that there's a template answer that you can give the IELTS examiner?
They answer.
Like template answer, where if I show you a model and then you follow the model for the IELTS and then you'll get 7+. Do you think that that's possible?
For some students, yes.
For some students.
Yeah.
Interesting. Actually, no, that's the thing. Yeah. There's nothing where if I give you a guide on the test, if I give you a guide to like a model 9 answer,
Mhm.
you know, Yeah, that's interesting. That's a very interesting observation. Yeah. Are you feeling okay, Bo? You feeling okay? Yes.
I think
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right. Hold on.